Hey friends, this is Ellen Pitts with Harmony Realty Fathom, and this is my second quarter market update for Cary Morrisville. As I've been reporting in previous posts, we're seeing some changes to the Triangle market, and we're continuing to see those indicators of a different direction that the market's taking. In the second quarter, closings overall were up by 2%. However, resale closings were down by 3% compared to last year. Price drops were up by 2%. More people are lowering their list price after they listed on the market and they get fewer showings than they expected to have. Showings again were down by 9%. So the ratio of buyers to homes is lower so that there's fewer people now looking at each property for sale. When considered with the inventory metrics that I'm about to talk about, this makes a lot of sense. Total inventory is up 31% and new home inventory is up 70%. Resale inventory is up 10%. Basically, this means that there's more to choose from in the housing market in 2017 compared to what there was last summer, but there's definitely a few caveats with that. We are still seeing a decrease in inventory in properties under in that $200,000 to $300,000 price point. The average price for new construction is $467,000. But our most competitive market with the most buyers is under 390. Most of our new inventory is coming from builders, but because land value has increased and labor costs have increased, it's really hard for builders to supply new home inventory in the most competitive price points under that 390 or 400,000 in Cary and Morrisville. So current homeowners in the under $300,000 price point, those homeowners that are living in those $250,000 homes, they don't have something to move up into. There's not a decent selection for them in the 350 and even $400,000 homes that they might move up to. So they're not listing their homes on the market, and that's causing that inventory to stay very low. So overall, inventory is increasing. We're still seeing extremely tight inventory in the most competitive market under 400,000. However, even though we have low inventory, plenty of buyers, there's only so high that these property values can increase before, eventually they're going to hit that point where they're competing with the new construction, which averages at 467,000. And there's now a very respectable supply of that new construction. So we're going to start seeing some slowdown, I think, in the increasing values, even in the most competitive price point. Home values are still on the increase overall, even though supply is increasing and showings are decreasing a bit. This is because we're still in a very strong seller's market. The average overall sale price increased by 8%, and the overall resale increased by 4%. Basically, the reason this happens is this. The housing market is considered a seller's market when the current supply of homes sell out completely in 6 months or less if properties continue to go under contract at the current rate. Last year, we had 1 month of inventory, extremely low, and it created the extreme demand for housing and the quickly rising prices as buyers offered over list price for most of the competitive properties, for the most competitive properties, excuse me. Currently, we have about a 2-month supply, so more than last year, but it's nowhere near that 6-month inventory we need to be considered a buyer's market again. So we're still in a seller's market in which prices will continue to increase as long as things proceed at the current rate. New construction. As I said in previous blog posts, the second phase of the real estate cycle is expansion. When construction catches up with buyer demand, providing that needed inventory, we're definitely seeing this in the Cary market and the Triangle market overall. Actually, there was a near record set for building permits in Cary and Morrisville this quarter, with only one other instance in history of permit requests exceeding 800 for the quarter. So that's kind of amazing. Competing offers. One of the most interesting changes I noticed was that the percentage of competing offers was down in the second quarter of 2017. In 2016, we saw about 15% of sold listings in the Cary Apex market had competing offers. In 2017, it was about 10%. So we're continuing to see competing offers. They're just not as frequent as they were in 2016, and we'll continue to see that trend as the market balances out and is less in favor of sellers. Future predictions. So what does all of this stuff mean? Although we're seeing changes in our market and it's leveling out a little bit of that crazy competition, I don't think we're on the verge of a bursting bubble. It's taken me a little bit to come to this. I needed some time and some data over time. But at this point, I don't think that we're in a bursting bubble situation. And this is why. Raleigh is one of those medium-sized cities that's continuing to attract transplants from other U.S. cities where housing is not nearly as affordable. While towns like Cary and Morrisville are struggling with affordable homes, they're There's still many areas in the Triangle where it's easy and convenient to find affordable homes. I think we're going to continue to attract young professionals looking for affordable housing to the Triangle, and there's going to be a shift a little bit in which locations are considered the most desirable. Prices in Cary and Apex and Morrisville will continue to hold steady and increase, I think, at a little bit more reasonable rate than it has over the past couple of years. But other locations in the Triangle that weren't as popular for whatever reason will become more popular just due to the greater inventory that they have compared to, your Cary, your Apex, your Morrisville, where we have very little $200,000 to $300,000 priced homes. This is Ellen Pitts of Harmony Realty Fathom. Feel free to leave any comments or questions in the comment section below, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.